Last evening, Thanksgiving night in the USA, at approximately 10 p.m. Eastern, East Coast time, a reported 90% of global derivatives trading stopped. The COMEX NYMEX CME Group, the world's largest derivatives marketplace, reported a cooling system failure at one of its data centers in Illinois, which led to a technical disruption that forced the exchange to suspend trading across all products.
We continue to follow the outage at the CME that has halted trading in stock index futures and other contracts. That was caused by a cooling issue at the CME's data center. However, services are gradually being restored, and treasuries, commodities, and metals are said to be trading normally at this point. You can kind of see the moves in the pound, the dollar, the euro. Stock index futures are still halted, though. We will keep you updated on when those might be restored. But again, it's been hours at this point. We are continuing to watch, and we'll let you know as soon as those stock futures begin to trade properly as well.
This included a halt in futures contract trading in gold and silver, as well as a wide range of other markets, from other metals and energy to currencies and digital assets. Heightened price volatility to the upside in silver prices in today's trading followed, silver closing at fresh new all-time nominal record price highs on the week's holiday-shortened trading. Of course, many market onlookers were not buying the CME Group's excuse for the trading halt, leaving many to believe it was indeed large orders in the holiday-thin trading for silver that led to the trading halt, so market makers could establish prices. Here you can see wild $1 up and down moves in terms of spot silver price last night, of course leading many to believe the data center cooling system story was a lie. We even had anonymous air conditioning technicians and experts chiming in on how silly the overall cover story was. Wherever the truth lies, we're unlikely to ever learn it, but following last evening's price discovery halt with the CME Group shutdown, the spot silver price especially went screaming upward, jumping over 5% in nominal price on today's trading. Here is Bloomberg Canada with a bit more on the story.
The price of silver reached a new record today following a chaotic hours-long halt in trading futures on the CME's COMEX exchange. Let's go to Brooke Thackeray, research analyst at Horizons ETF, for more on this. Brooke, let's start with silver having a high, having its moment in the sun. 56.5 is where I last saw it. Can you share more insight on what's been driving this?
Well, first of all, from a broad perspective, what we've seen is, the Fed cutting rates. Perhaps the probability has been increased, just like that's provided a tailwind for gold. We've seen that with silver. Silver's been undervalued relative to gold, and so investors like that. And we saw that break out to an all-time high for silver, and that's a very positive breakout. So we saw investors pile into it. Now, I got to tell you, with the CME outage, power outage this morning, what we saw was a whole bunch of rumors being passed around that there was shortages of silver, so they shut down the exchange. These are rumors. And the community really, the network is a really tight community for silver, so they really piled in and pushed that stock up. Now, if you remember a couple of years ago, we saw the retail investors do a short squeeze on silver, pushing the price up. And that's a little bit what happened today, I think, with retail investors, because it's a very thinly traded market today. Here we are on a holiday weekend for the U.S., very thinly traded, so the retail investors are moving this around.
So yeah, silver spot price over 56 an ounce. Here we are to close this month's trading of November 2025 with a giant green candle. Stick around at the other side of this break. You're going to want to see some of this interesting information and data regarding the silver market around the world this week. Hello, this is James Anderson on behalf of SD Bullion. Smash the like button if you enjoy these bullion market updates. And be sure to visit sdbullion.com/sweepstakes to enter our free 500-ounce silver coin giveaway.
Things to avoid, I think, the radio, the TV, and what they have in common. They're not going to show you pricing. Right. If they do show you pricing, it's like call to order. They're always going to have some well-known celebrity, and it makes you feel comfortable.
That's been really discouraging to see some really well-known people that I actually sort of respect, but they come into this space and they know nothing about precious metals, but they get paid a lot of money. It's sad because they're attaching their name to something, and I'm like, they don't even realize what they're doing.
They have no idea what that company is actually doing.
I hope you enjoyed this short clip from my recent conversation with SD Bullion founder, Dr. Tyler Wall. If you're interested in opening a gold or silver retirement account, then this video is a must-see. The insights and strategies that we reveal have helped SD Bullion customers save hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars inside their gold and silver retirement accounts. After $5 billion in transactions with more than 400,000 customers, I assure you, this video might be the most important thing you do for your gold and silver future. Visit ira.sdbullion.com/video today. There, you'll be able to gain full access to the entire interview, and you'll also be able to watch more short clips from our conversation. That's ira.sdbullion.com/video. I hope to see you there.
The spot silver price traded sharply upward, ending at $56.30 an ounce bid on this week and month's close. The spot gold price ended this week trading at $4,237 an ounce bid price. The spot gold silver ratio fell sharply, closing at 75 ounces of spot silver to afford 1 ounce of spot gold. Now, the spot gold silver ratio has been rather volatile all year, ballooning as high as 106 back during the Trump tariff shock in the early spring, to now the latest silver price rally to close November 2025, with the spot gold silver ratio down near 75. On a historical basis, the spot gold silver ratio is still in nosebleed territory, hovering around 2.5 standard deviations above the historical mean or average of just below 30 long term. This is all going on in a world with an estimated 1.347 billion ounce silver supply shortfall over the last 7 years running, most of which is pouring into silver industrial demands increasingly so, but there's also unsecured silver ETFs and ETB investment funds as well. And while the world newly mines about 7 ounces of silver for every 1 ounce of gold pulled from the earth, it's hard to believe the spot gold silver ratio will stay elevated by more than a factor of 10 versus its newly ounces mined ratio ongoing. In a sign of the exciting silver market times, I was pleased to see long-term industry colleague and friend Ronan Manley in images from the recent Dubai Precious Metals Conference, where the world's largest silver bullion bar was photographed and used to promote the event. The now Guinness record-breaking largest silver bullion bar was reported to weigh 1,971 kilograms, to signify the year that Dubai was founded, and a likely nod and wink to the same year the U.S. government defaulted on gold outflows to U.S. dollar-holding sovereign nations around the world. 63,369 ounce silver bar at spot 56 and 30 cents an ounce means the bar at the moment is $3.57 million and likely climbing to come. The mainstream financial media is now reporting that silver stockpiles in China have collapsed to 10-year low levels. And this week we saw another outflow of nearly, this time, about 4 million ounces leaving China, heading elsewhere in the world. So where's that silver headed? Hard to know. But a few major silver import data points for October 2025 just came through this week. The Turkish silver import data for last month was their second highest silver import flow on record. Turkey importing nearly 6 million ounces of silver in an increasingly tight world silver market is worth taking note of. Much larger still is the amount of silver that India imported this past month, October 2025, importing some 1,600 tons or some 51.4 million ounces of silver in October alone. That's going to be the 6th largest silver bullion importation month for India this 21st century. Now, to add further perspective, this imported amount of silver is over half the entire reported piles of silver bullion sitting in the nation's 10 unsecured silver ETFs and ETPs in India. To close, I want to give you a sense of just how far silver has to run to catch up with what gold has already done in fiat US dollar terms to date. The spot price of gold has more than doubled since breaking out of its old price cup near $1,900 an ounce earlier this decade. So silver triple digits per ounce seems inevitable in time, just judging by what gold's already achieved in spot price terms to date, now in late 2025. And even with large capital inflows into unsecured Western world silver ETFs over the last month, when we consider where all combined silver ETFs are in terms of their collective market share versus all other ETF assets combined globally, we can see that we are currently only about a fourth of where this chart peaked in the last major bull run for silver in early 2011. So in other words, silver currently remains dramatically underowned and underinvested in. For now at least, the world continues to sleep on silver. Anyone looking to add to physical precious metal positions, these Black Friday deals on constitutional 90% silver coinage are priced currently under spot. We have low premium gold coin prices as well, and 1 ounce silver rounds priced at spot, all while supplies last. Visit www.sdbullion.com/deals for these Black Friday offers and more. That'll be all for this week's Bullion Market Update, and as always to you out there, take great care of yourselves and those you love. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and share it with those you love. Subscribe to our channel and hit that alert button so you know when we publish new Bullion Market Updates.